Cheers! How you doing, Buckaroos? How the heck are you? So I got a chance to get out today. Trying to... I got the camera angle weird. I apologize. I forgot to bring a prop out here. I'm sitting outside in Mother's backyard here, and I ordered 2 at a time so I can walk out here. And so anyway, what I've got here, I've got 2. One is their strawberry ginger goza, and the other is called Flight Simulator. They call it a session pale ale, a slightly hazy session pale, although it looks pretty golden to me. But anyway, so strawberry ginger. Yeah, I get a lot of strawberry on the nose, just a hint of ginger, more strawberry than ginger. A little salty as it should be. I do feel the ginger though on the back end there. A lot of strawberry up front, and then right there at the very end, in just a slight tartness with that strawberry and salt, as it goes. It should be. It's nice, for the longest time I hated this style, and now I'm starting to warm up to it. It was really, I don't know, was it last year? I think it was in 2016 actually when I had the salted cherry sour from Bentonville. That was the first one that I really loved. I'd been kind of warming up to it. That was the first one that I really thought, damn, this is tasty. Oh, there my camera went fuzzy for a second. Wasn't sure what happened there. Got a new phone. I'm still trying to get used to how the shit works on this thing. But anyway, it's a sky behind me. Looks like I got this bright blue background. Oh, geez whiz, that's a good beer. Anyway, let me try to swap out my props. I've got to use the glasses to hold them up here. There we go. And here's the Flight Simulator. They call it, let me back that up a little bit there, see if I can adjust that just slightly. There we go. So that doesn't, it says hazy. That doesn't look hazy to me. But what the hell? Bright citrus nose, though. Oh, it's very interesting. Yeah, nice and clean. Heck, I'm just going to lay that sumbitch down. Anyways, yes, good weather's going to start turning on us. I mean, right now I've got perfect spring weather. I was getting some stuff done today, hoping to go away for the weekend, so I was trying to get everything done, and it's nice, and the weekend's supposed to be, possible snow, so I don't know. But I'm going regardless. I mean, we've already handled the details, so we're going out of town. Wife and I haven't gotten out of town in a very long time, and we both really need it. Actually, this time, though, we're taking our daughter with us, so I've told this story before, but if you haven't watched me before, I'll tell it again. We'd always take these little spontaneous trips. It's kind of, just something I did. We weren't always able to plan stuff due to work and money and this and that, and we really couldn't plan a big vacation, but we like to take these weekends. Sometimes it was just a weekend, sometimes it was 3 days. In many cases, we'd leave Friday when I got off work and be gone Saturday, Sunday, come back Monday, and, that kind of thing. Anyway, we're coming up on 5 years since we lost Seamus to cancer, our son Seamus. And sometimes my wife and I forget how tough it is, how it's been. We get caught up in our own grief, and we forget how hard it's been on our daughter as well. So, and she's, well, I guess I shouldn't give her age, but she's an adult. I almost did, though. Anyway, but talking to her, she was talking about the holidays, and holidays have always been hard on her before, but since Seamus, it's even been worse, and she has kids, and she tries to be upbeat, for the kids. But she had said, her best memories of her childhood were the spontaneous trips we would make to nowhere. They were generally anywhere between a 2 to 5 hour drive, and we didn't usually have an itinerary. We just went to wherever we could drive to and said, okay, let's see what we can find here. So anyway, so that's kind of what we're going to try to do this weekend. Is we do have a destination and not really an itinerary, but a few things that we like to do. So just the 3 of us are going to go out there. We're going to do some things together. My wife and daughter are going to do some shopping. I'm going to do research for my website, which entails hitting some craft breweries, brew pubs, tap rooms, craft beer bars. It's research for my for my website. You see. Anyway. But anyway, that's kind of the plan. So, and let me get this beer here. Kind of feel some tangerine on the nose. Nice crisp finish. Almost feel like I'm getting a hint of lime in there. I could be tainted from that ghost. Oh, I think I'm going to finish this and then get back to that ghost. The only I've said this 100 times, and gosh, I hate when I keep repeating myself over and over again. But sometimes I just can't help it. The only thing I dislike about Mother's is that they don't have a bar. I love sitting at a bar. You kind of go up and you order at a counter. You know, that's why I ordered 2 beers so I can come outside rather than order 1 beer to go back in. That kind of bugs me a little bit. But in the grand scheme of things, I like it. It is a nice setup tap room. Other than that, but what's great is that they got this monster backyard area now, and they've over the years have added. I mean, like last year there were only like a half dozen benches. This year there's benches and tables all over the place. They can accommodate quite a bunch outside when you have nice weather like we do right now. So it's just gorgeous to grab a couple beers, sit outside, just like you would at home. Because I love drinking beer outside, man. I'm kind of that guy. Some people don't. I don't know. I don't get it either. I like to have a beer, sit outside, and yeah, whenever the weather permits. I mean, when I do videos, I do as many outside as humanly possible. But I'm not in my backyard. I'm at my mother's backyard. Not my mother, but mother's. So there we go. This is nice. I don't know that it's something that I would order a lot. It doesn't really fit for my particular wheelhouse, but it is enjoyable. I'm not really finding anything wrong with it. But it ain't bad at all. So there you go. I'm going to put it off to the side. Actually, I'm about halfway through her. The focus keeps going. I know there's probably a setting I need to hit, but I haven't quite figured this damn thing out yet. Neither my wife and I had phones in several years, and we just needed to. Oh, this is nice. The strawberry really is nice on the nose, and you get that. I am feeling more ginger now than I was earlier, but it just accents the strawberry, if that makes sense to you. Oh, this is nice, man. This is very nice. I met some friends out here a couple of weeks ago. We wanted to sit outside, but then it got really cold, so we had to go inside. So they had a little baby with them. So I have this conversation with some beer geeks every once in a while. Should kids be allowed in tap rooms or not? And I've had some people refer to it as a bar. But here's the thing. A brewery and a brewery tap room is not a bar. And there is a difference. There are some that don't see that, but I do. Many breweries, many craft breweries especially, are set up to be family friendly. Some will have certain activities out on the weekends. Most bars or most not bars, most brewery tap rooms have a cornhole set up. Some have other things going on outside. Saddlebach even has a sand volleyball pit. And there we go. And I'm back. So yeah, I don't have an issue with excuse me, kids or dogs, because it isn't a bar. A bar is a different kind of scene. Brewery tap rooms are typically different. Yeah, as I've let this sit a little bit, I am feeling more of the ginger. It's nice. Again, I mean, I'm just now starting to finally, after all these years drinking craft beer, to warm up to this style. And it's taken me a long time because I really hated it that sour. I'm not big into sour anyway, right? I've never liked sour kids, sour candies. I don't eat like Sour Patch Kids, that kind of thing. I just don't like sour things. But I'm starting to warm up to the style. So anyway, I don't remember if I mentioned where we're going. We're going to St. Louis because we'd spent so much time up there with Seamus, and there were some things up there Seamus liked to do. So we're going to kind of, it's one of those things. For a long time, everything just kind of made us cry, and then just made us sad. And now we're trying to go and do some of these things and smile and remember Seamus that way. And then, like I said, our daughter's coming with us, so it'll be the three of us, doing, doing our thing out there, I guess. Try to do the things that we know Seamus would have wanted us to do. So, I know it's starting to itch though, being outside here. Oh. Going back and forth on 2 beers, that's very wrong. I'll wait for a beer geek to get on to me about switching back and forth with 2 beers. Well, the plan was to drink one and then get to the other one, but then my mind wandered. I figured, what the hell. Anyways, I digress. I'm going to knock this one back, though. I am Tom the Beer Whisperer. My camera's going. I don't know why it's doing that, but I'm going to have to figure it out, huh? And in and back. I don't know. I've got to figure this out. I know there's a setting. I just haven't figured out where it all is yet. I'm Tom the Beer Whisperer. Beer evangelist, prolific beer drinker, purveyor wisdom. And we finish this one off here. Oh, now that glass isn't heavy enough to hold my camera. There we go. See there. That'll give you a little pucker. It's not as sour as a lot of them, and I think that's the thing for me is like I said, I don't really dig sour. Some are just too sour for me. And I've had friends that feel the opposite. They want it to really be sour. I just kind of want it to be more tart than sour. Oh. It's a nice, refreshing pale ale. They call it a session pale ale, but they don't list ABV on any of the products. And one time they did, but they don't. Well, on the higher end, the higher end stuff, the MILF and the barley wine, they do, but on these they do not. These, I mean, the goes I would hope is under 4 or right about 4. They shouldn't be over 4 or much over. Although many American craft goes, as I've seen, at about 4.5. Although the style typically should run between 3 to 4% at a very high end. And anything called session, there are some hardliners that say it should end at 4. I'm not that kind of hardline. For me, a session beer is anything under 6. That's where I. Anyway, I tend not to be real nitpicky. I just want the beer to taste good. I am Tom the Beer Whisperer, beer evangelist, prolific beer drinker, purveyor wisdom, man. Geez whiz. All around good guy. You all have a good one.